I'm just going to read a little bit of a untitled project so far, and then I'll pass it on to the next reader. It is the humidity that strikes her first, that step out the shivering cold of AC in the sleek Incheon airport and into the wall of moisture that coats her body in film, gives its defined shape a wet outline. Skinny jeans too sticky, shirt too long, suddenly too aware of her own body and its needs, how she's hungry and uncomfortable and her split lip throbs extra at the seams, and she grabs some soda and a burger back inside, but then the express bus comes up in its lane. Some manic checking of her ticket and her cousin's carefully written instructions to confirm that it's her bus, and she flings her luggage into the side compartments before the impatient bus driver can leave her behind. And in the bus, back in AC, then it is the green. Junie connects to the bus Wi-Fi and Kakao Talks got onto the bus to her cousin. And after that, Junie looks out the window and sees so much green. Green against the wet of the ocean, an endless welled-up eye, green and hilly to the other side, dips and sudden rises of the earth, all swelling with trees and the green that comes with them underneath. What is all that green anyway? Junie isn't really sure. Surely it can't all be trees and its leaves, its bushes and other less sun-needy plants underneath. As a whole, the ground here is proud and takes deep breaths, so that from the speed of the bus on the freeway, the swells and dips become the pattern of the land's breathing. Inhale, a hill, bright sun drenched. Exhale, a valley, moss and darker. And always the ocean to the right, welled up all around this green land. There was little green from the plane departing LAX. After the altitude rush stopped pressing against her brain and they had reached some 30,000 feet, Junie had studied the Sierra Nevada from her window seat, jagged monstrosities, sized things in variations of gray and brown and shadow. The plane had taken a turn, preparing itself for its route to fly over the Pacific. And from her seat, Junie could see straight down the peaks of the mountains. From that angle, the land was seemingly flat. That land, housing Earth giants, was inconsequential, nothing but jagged patches of gray right before the clouds swallowed them whole. And before that, Junie watched the 5 turn into the 405, concrete and the dry heat, famous land of sandy beaches in the Pacific touching chaparral land, before being swallowed by the Mojave Desert, before the land erupts into peaks. The only bright green in her periphery had always been the deep green of Mom's Honda, a rather unique shade that Junie had adored when they first got it 5 years ago. It was supposed to be hers, but then. And before that, before they left home, before Junie dumped her suitcase into the trunk and they rode to LAX in silence, there was the green of Mom's shirt. Double-breasted, short-sleeved, worn cotton on tiny shoulders. Green had always been Mom's favorite color. This green, a dull emerald. Junie, Mom had said, and contrary to their fight the night before, Mom's hands on her shoulders, pushing her down to sit on the stair, was gentle. Mom's finger on her busted lip, applying just a tiny dab of Oronine, was gentle. Her fingers applying the Band-Aid at an angle so that the sticky adhesive lined the sides of her mouth at an angle, were gentle. Not unlike Junie remembered a time when she'd busted her lip as a kid, running into a wall chasing after a frisbee. Mom's gentle fingers, enveloping her whole small mouth with the Band-Aid. Feel better? Mom had asked then, and the answer is yes, always. Mom's hand, soft and warm on her cheek. I need you to try, Mom said, and Junie pulled away from that hand and took the suitcase to the car. Junie on the bus, watching the earth breathe, smiles. The wound reopens into a mouth of its own, a perpendicular gasp. Junie hisses, checks her selfie camera. The Band-Aid, already steeped with rust, saturates more. She takes it off and brings her lip to her tongue, the bitter taste of Oronine and blood, a thick pink paste. Junie nurses her lip in her mouth and spends the rest of her time watching the green, dozing to the warmth of the sun.